Folks that are buying it are gonna think that they want to go off-road, but they really don't go off-road. Welcome to Motos, Cades, and Coffee. Afternoon, guys. It's Andy from Motos, Cades, and Coffee. I think I've cracked the nut. I think I figured it out. What the Harley Davidson Pan America Special 1250 is really all about and who it's for. It's taken me a little bit of time to figure it out, but after owning the motorcycle for about 5-6 months, I think I've kind of cracked the case. I think it's not for who you think it is. So come on along with me and let me tell you my thoughts on it, the good, the bad, and really who I think the motorcycle's for. So let's go check it out. But this is my Pan America Special. It's pretty stock. I got a couple modifications to it. I got rocks 2-inch risers. I put a Harley Davidson factory skid plate on, upgraded skid plate, and a radiator protector I got from New York. I'll put links in the description to where I got those from and the installation on all those. Oh, and I have my Madstead tall windshield. It is actually a 20-inch windshield. It is adjustable, and I'll put a link in the description to my installation on that as well too. So let's get going and I'll tell you my thoughts. All right, so as you can tell, it's a beautiful fall day here in Maryland. Just got to be careful when I get on my motorcycle so I don't hit the poles there. That one I don't have to worry about. I've never mounted it on the Pan America here, but we'll check it out. I'm not going to film until I get to a little better riding location. But let me go over some of the stuff that I love. I love the fact that it has the center stand that makes cleaning the chain, oiling the chain really great, and just all general maintenance. You almost need it because the kickstand is pretty weak sauce. It's mounted to the block right there, and I don't like to use it. It's a weird angle. What are you gonna do? All right, so I usually just roll with the kickstand up and go on the center stand. Let the bike run through its settings. I love the display, love the screen. I have it on white screen right now. Hold the home button down for 4 seconds and you get a black screen. Hold it down for 4 more seconds, you get the white screen. And here's the starting procedures. Hydraulic tappets, you can hear them for a sec. And I've really had not any issues. Once in a while I'll have a little error code on the display, but then I recycle restart it and it goes away immediately. First gear, and I just rock it to get off. There we go, I'm off, and time to go. Watch the head. Alright, so I love the comfort on this, especially with the rocks 2-inch risers. It adds to a more comfortable riding position. It's less sporty, but more comfortable. And you do have less off-road feel, but it is more comfortable. I was getting a crick in my neck before I put the 2-inch risers on. They're 2 inches up taller and 1 inch back. I ride in, there's a lot of modes and you'll read all about it, but I'm not really going to get into that. I'll tell you some of the modes that I ride in. But I usually leave it in road mode. I enjoy the heated grips, especially as it gets cooler. That has been really nice. And the reason I went to a different windshield is mainly for motovlogging and a little bit better wind protection, but mainly just for motovlogging. It's a much clearer screen. I get about 40 to 44 miles a gallon no matter how much I rip on this thing. What I can tell you is that the modes completely change the characteristics of the motorcycle. Sport makes it sporty, off-road is off-road, rain, and I have an A right there. That's my one mode A. I call it hooligan mode. It is highest suspension travel and highest suspension travel and quickest throttle response. It makes it a kind of a wheelie machine there, which I'll get into in a little bit. The bike is very easy to drive. It's 525, 35 pounds, somewhere in there, and it's very decently balanced. It is a little bit top heavy, but not when you're riding it, and most adventure touring motorcycles are top heavy, so that's no surprise there. But it gets very comfortable, cushy suspension. I like it, and we'll get into the suspension here in a little bit. But just on a day-to-day driving, it is really my go-to motorcycle. I love driving on it, riding it, and it's really been my go-to motorcycle. Some puppies. Hopefully I can get some of this fall footage, and that's what I'm really aiming to do before I get into like the real reason why I think this motorcycle's made. Now, it's not going to be who you think. I've owned a Harley Davidson Pan America for about 5.5, 6 months, and I found it can do sport touring, sport bike riding, standard bike riding, commuting, hooligan riding. It does all those fantastic. The road side of the house of the Harley Davidson Pan America Special is something truly special. It does it great. I got the standard tires on there. I don't have the Anarchy Wild. And the way that it carves the corners when you want it to is really, really nice. It's a little bit heavy, but you have really good road feel and good side-to-side transitions, especially with the different modes. And you can go hooligan mode, like I said, and it will actually do adventure touring very, very nicely. Maybe not to the degree of some of the other big adventure touring motorcycles, but pretty darn close. Or it does it a little bit differently. It will still do the exact same thing that all the other adventure touring motorcycles do. You just got to do it a little bit differently. So who's riding this and who's buying it? Well, it's not Harley Davidson's fault. I'm going to tell you right off the bat. They designed a fantastic road bike. You're going to have a lot of cruiser folks, ones that have owned Dynas or Softails or whatever, and they're going to get on and they're going to attach to this adventure touring craze, and they're going to see that, you know, Harley has one, and they're going to check it out, and they're going to find out what a fantastic road bike this is. And they're like, wow, I want to ride this every day because it's so great. It has power galore. 150 horsepower is intoxicating. It handles really well. It's comfortable. It just crushes the miles. And it's going to fit into the motorcycle riding that they already do, which is a lot of just mile crushing that I think. Again, not Harley Davidson's fault. They designed a great adventure touring motorcycle. And the folks that are buying it are going to think that they want to go off-road, but they really don't go off-road. Kind of like maybe some of your Jeep riders or so for Jeep owners, you know, they say that 90% of Jeep owners never set a wheel off-road. Now, the Jeeps will do it, but the people don't actually do that. And I think that's what's going to happen. In your mind, you're going to be like, I'm going to go off-road all the time. I'll crush the miles and the Sierras, Moab, just anywhere you want to go. I'll go to Alaska. And you'll have your folks that do that, but most folks won't. They're going to use it and find out what a great on-road motorcycle it is. And they'll crush the miles on it, and it'll be very comfortable as well, too. Great wind protection, heated hand grips, lots of good features, decent mileage. Yeah, really who's buying it is the cruiser folks that think they want to go off-road but don't really go off-road. You have a different opinion? Let me know. Again, not Harley Davidson's fault. The bike will do it, and it will do it fantastically, right? A little bit different than some of the other adventure touring motorcycles, but it will do it. And it will do the on-road stuff better than most adventure touring motorcycles. Maybe your KTM Adventure 1290 is a little more sport bikey in a sense, but as far as mile crushing is concerned, the Harley Davidson Pan America will do it, and it will do 95% of that sport bikey stuff that you'd think you could do in the KTM 1290. So Harley, great job all around. Again, if you have a different opinion, please let me know. All right, that's going to do it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the footage. We'll see how it turns out. thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon page, please. That really helps me put content together, by camera equipment and drone equipment, and just hopefully get better footage for you guys. Motos, Kates, and coffee. Hopefully you like. Please enjoy your Harley Davidson Pan America or wherever you ride, and we'll catch you on the next episode.